Yo, it's K9 back with another video today. Today I got another build for you, man. I got an inside out playmaker, which is a very rare build in the game. I don't see a lot of people with it. Only quite a few people rock it. But to make this build, you gotta make it point guard, and then your hand doesn't matter, and the jersey number doesn't matter either. That doesn't change anything. For this build, you gotta use this takeover. Because I mean this pie chart, this build is very similar to an offensive threat, but it just has a special name pretty much. Because you just gotta change some specific things to get the name. And pie chart for the speed, and I mean the agility pie chart, whatever. You gotta get like the other build, you can either pick this pie chart, the fourth one, or the first one. The fourth one if you want to get more vertical, but that helps with your rebounding, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it actually helps that much with contact dunks or just getting dunks in general. But the first one, that's going to get you a lot of dunks, because speed is the main factor in dunking in this game pretty much. But for this build, you got to max out the close shot, max out the driving layup, max out the driving dunk. That gives you 15, and then you got to max out. I mean, you got to get 35 on your standing dunk, which gives you 16 finishing badges, which is higher than the offensive threat one. I mean, the offensive threat build. And then for the shooting, you got to get. You can max out the mid range, but if you get 74, then I'm pretty sure if you max out the mid range, then you get an offensive threat, which is not what we're going for in this build, because we're trying to get that name. But if you get that to 74, then you get 20 shooting badges in the end, and then you max out the 3-point, which gives you 83 point off like base before we change any like height or anything, or ball. I mean wingspan. And then you max out the free throw, and you max out the post fade. Or actually wait, no, I think you have to take one off, the post fade, which gives you 20 shooting badges. And then max out your pass accuracy, max out your ball handle, and then get 15 playmaking badges. Yeah, there. And then for this you gotta max out the perimeter, max out the lateral quickness, and max out the steal, and then max out block. And then put the last attribute on defensive rebound, which gives you 6 defensive badges, which I'm pretty sure that's the main factor in getting the name, but I'm not quite sure. Body shape does not matter, but define's probably the best one. If you're like superstar, if you take off your shirt, then you get a 6-pack, or you can get compact or whatever, but it's all up to your personal preference. And then height, you can make it 6'5" or 6'4" or 6'3", but I recommend being 6'2", because that allows you to get speed boost off a rip, and you can still catch bodies, you can still contact dunk everything. It just makes your block like kind of like it's a little bit worse, but if you're playing with a lockdown or a center or whatever anyway, then it doesn't really matter that much, because you can still play perimeter. For the weight, you just lower that all the way. Wingspan, lower that all the way as well. See, you have 87 ball handle, that allows you to speed boost over rip. And then for takeover, this build is pretty much made to have slasher takeover, but again, it's up to personal preference. But if you're trying to catch bodies, then get that slasher take. And then for badges, I'll show you badges as well. Test build. Okay, I'm back now. Alright, so now you gotta get I would put contact finisher Hall of Fame, that's needed definitely. And then fancy footwork, you can put that on gold Hall of Fame or whatever. I'm gonna put that on Hall of Fame. And then slippery finisher Hall of Fame. Then you can get consistent Hall of Fame, or you can get relentless, or you can put this on silver and then get these bronze. But I'm just gonna put it all on Hall of Fame. That Hall of Fame contact finish is really gonna help for just catching bodies and everything. Or what's it called? You could put Giant Slayer on as well, because you're kind of small. You're 6'2". but it's all up to you. Like, it's just your choice pretty much. Just use one of those badges that I showed you. And then for shooting, Hall of Fame quick draw, or you can use gold or whatever. And then Hall of Fame range extender, you need Deadeye, silver catcher shoot, silver clutch shooter, silver hot start, silver green machine. Or you can get hot zone hunter. You can get that on Hall of Fame or silver. I mean, silver badges are really good in this game. They pretty much activate the same amount as Hall of Fame, so that's why you see silver badges getting recommended so much. But you can get volume shooter, or you can get steady shooter on silver with Deadeye on silver, because then that gives you a good balance. Because if you put steady shooter on Hall of Fame, I'm pretty sure it stops you from greening as much as you could when you're open, which is not very like beneficial to your game. You can get that, yeah. That's probably the badges I would do if I was playing. And then playmaking, quick first step gold, handles for days gold, space creator gold, unpluckable you can put that on gold, but I'll put that on bronze or silver, because you still get plucked even with unpluckable most of the time, so it's all up to your choice though, pretty much. I'm gonna put that on bronze. And then tight handles, I'll put it on gold. And then you can put dimer, or you can put bailout, or you can put ankle breaker, whatever you want. I'll put dimer, actually floor general probably, yeah, just to help out my team. And then for defense, silver intimidator, because you're not really going to be in the paint like trying to guard people up in the paint anyway. And you only have 6 defensive badges, so you have to like use them carefully. My friend tells me that chase down artist works very good on bronze, and I've played with him, and he's always getting the blocks against the backboard. So I'll put chase down on, or you can put pick dodger or pickpocket or interceptor or whatever. But yeah, I'll probably put chase down because you don't really have that many badges anyway. But just make sure you have intimidator and clamps. That's just the needed ones. But anyway, if I press continue, I mean if I go back or whatever, you see that I have inside out playmaker now. So that's the build pretty much there. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you share this video, share the channel with your friends, like and subscribe. Let's keep grinding, my friends. We're all on a come up. Alright, love though. Bye.